Yes, so we're live right now and talking about how to start your career in digital marketing or product marketing, as the case may be. Uh, of course, there's an overlap in the two fields. But for today, I'll be focusing more on the digital side of things so that we have insights into it. So, like I mentioned earlier, I have over 4 years professional experience working with brands. More recently, I'm in the recruitment space with Jobberman. Worked with the Jabber market in online and e-commerce business. I worked with businesses in the real estate industry, and also I've worked with a tech startup here in Lagos, Nigeria. So that's who I am, and captures my experience, my professional experience. So if I'm to share my journey into this part of product or digital marketing. I mean, it wasn't like an intentional journey. I remember way back in Ife while in school, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. I mean, we had a very, very active and bubbling tech ecosystem. So that pretty much helped me to uh, learn about, oh, there's something called front end. Oh, there's something called building a website. So I pretty much was exposed to many of these things on campus then, and that was like the beginning of the journey for me. And of course, so it was more like just following the tides, and more especially, there was a Google event I was part of in 2014, thereabout, October 2014. There was uh, a digital business management event organized by Google Nigeria. I was part of it, and that was like the first time I'll be hearing stuff like, oh, YouTube ads, Google ads. I mean, I had no idea that such things existed before then, and that was an eye opener for me, really. So that was like the first event that actually opened my eyes to uh, what the ads like, what online ads was, what pay-per-click was, and the likes. And I pretty much just followed the journey since then to where I am presently. So what a typical day in my career would be what's working. I mean, that's like the first thing I do every time. Oh, what's working? What's working? So I'm trying to see some of the campaigns I'm running. Are they doing fine? Are they working? So I want to see if they are working, are they working optimally? So it's one thing for something to be working, it's another thing for it to be working optimally. So can it be better? So what can I do to make it better? So those are what I spend my day actually juggling on. So how can I make it better? Oh, I'm getting click-through rate of 10%. So how can I increase it to, let's say, 15 or a 20? I'm talking about a Google search ad here for this instance. So I mean that's what my typical day looks like. Aside that, I'm also trying to fill reports. I mean, we do a lot of reporting. So we are not just running ads, we're trying to report the performance of those ads and also attend meetings. So that's how my typical day is like. So there's practically no day, there's no meeting to attend. I mean, there's always one meeting. We're trying to deliberate, we're trying to brainstorm, we're trying to plan on an event or a campaign or an initiative and the likes. So that's pretty much what my everyday at work looks like. So down to challenges. I mean, there's no career path without challenge. So there's always a challenge. I mean, one of the challenges you could experience or encounter, like if I remember well, in the early part of 2023, and we're trying to launch this campaign, we did not get any sales from that particular campaign that we did. I mean, we made changes, we changed the landing page, we changed the copies, we changed the creatives. I mean, we just felt that, oh, there's something wrong. Maybe the messaging is not good enough. And we kept changing and kept changing and kept changing until the lifespan of that campaign was over. I guess we barely had less than 5 sales for that particular product, one of our top products in the business. I mean, those are one of the challenges you face. You have an expectation that, oh, I'll kill this, I'll kill this, I'll kill this brief, I'll kill this, I'll nail this campaign. I'll be getting a very, very high return on investment from this. And at the end of the day, you are not getting you're not getting as much result as you expect. So, I mean, times like that, we make changes a lot. So you want to see what's causing what's the blocker here. You want to check analytics. Okay, okay. So people are coming to this landing page. If they are coming on the landing page, so why are they not converting? Why are they not taking the action? So where are they experiencing drop-offs? So those are how I try to mitigate the issues. Where are they experiencing drop-offs? So can we shorten the user flow, the journey? Can we shorten it? So instead of them having to go through about let's say 5 points before getting to the final page, can we reduce it to let's say 4 or 3? So these are just steps that we try to take. Okay, possibly maybe the messaging is not clear enough. Can we change the messaging? Can we bring new content? Can we change the graphics? So I mean, we try to iterate, try to make changes, try to see what we can actually improve on to get a better result from what we are presently running. So that's what we practically do. And sometimes after you've made a lot of changes, you tend to you take your learnings. So not every campaign will be successful. You most likely will not get 100% results across board for all your campaigns, right? So, but those campaigns that do not give you the kind of results that you expected, you can actually learn from them and see if seasonality has a role to play in the results you are getting. If if the economy itself is telling on the results you are getting. So there are several factors that could actually affect the results that you want to get from that campaign or the campaigns that you are pushing out there. So those are steps that we actually that I take uh when I encounter challenge. I mean, there was a time we had a landing page up. We used Insta page to put up this landing page, and we went to check the its map, and we saw that people were actually clicking on a portion of the website where there was no button. So we found out that, oh, there was a messaging there that kind of gave the impression like there was an action or there's a button there. So people were clicking there instead of them to click on where the CTA was. And so we just informed us to actually put a button there so that when people click on that particular point, they actually land on where we want them to actually land. So that's those are steps that could be taken. I mean, there are countless steps that you want to take. So just by looking through the funnel, looking through the flow, then you can actually see, oh, what's working here, what changes can be made here to optimize the process so that you get better results. So as touching skill set for this job, number one, you need to have an analytical mind. You need to have an analytical mind, and you need to learn. I mean, you learn some of the tools online, such as Meta Ads Manager. You need to learn how to use them. You need to learn how to use tools like Twitter Ads Manager, LinkedIn Ads Manager, and of course, pay-per-click. You need to learn about pay-per-click, how to use the Google Ads to set up campaigns, either search campaigns, display campaigns, or video campaigns that will not be seen on YouTube, right? So those are those are uh, pretty much skills that you need that will come very handy for you on the job right? So you just have to pay attention pay attention to them. And they'll definitely be they work across board. And interestingly, the same tools are what's being used different parts of the world. So if you learn how to use Meta well in uh from Lagos, Nigeria, yeah, I mean, if you go to let's say UK, it's the same Meta Hat Manager. So if you have a good grasp of how the system works, then you definitely be excelling on it. So those are pretty much basic tools that you need to actually be um, you need to thrive on this particular career path. Of course, Google Analytics also will come a lot handy also. Google Analytics helps you to measure the impact of uh, what you are doing. So when you direct traffic to your websites, this traffic, what do they do? What action do they take on your websites? How did they perform? How do they perform on your website? So those are things that what actions do they take? What's the flow like? Where do they experience drop off? What's the bounce rates? So those are things that you need to actually pay attention to when you use Google Analytics or any analytics uh, tool, as the case may be. So the more reason why you most likely hear of Google Analytics is because it's free and it's owned by Google. And I mean, most businesses use it today. Of course, Google Analytics is not the only analytics tool out there. There's also Adobe Analytics, which is premium, but because of Google Analytics is free and easily accessible, so you could just implement it to your website and you start getting feeds result on the performance of your website and the user journey, user experience on it. So Google Analytics will definitely come handy for you. So when it comes to picking up these skills, like we've mentioned, I will always say that there are every information you need to start out in product marketing or in digital marketing is readily available on the internet for free. Every information you need to start out in this career path is readily available online for free. You can just you can go on YouTube and search for uh, digital marketing 101 or how do I start out in digital marketing, and you definitely get tons of information rather about how to start your career in the digital marketing or product marketing, as the case may be. So I guess at this juncture, it would be good for me to highlight some. I mean, so digital marketing on its own, it's quite wide. It's wide, yeah. So a lot of persons need to. So when you're coming from outside there, you probably do not have an idea of this, and you feel that, oh, maybe it's just one thing. But when you come into digital marketing, you realize that it's wide, it's broad. So I'll be highlighting some of the most common parts of digital marketing. You must have heard them, you must have heard about them, but they in themselves all come together. They all come together and form the digital marketing field. So search engine optimization is one. Search engine optimization helps you to optimize your website for search. So when people come on Google search and they are searching for using a particular string of keywords to search, so search engine optimization helps your site to pop up on the search engine results page such that ranked very high, and users who search can easily find your website relevant for whatever information they are looking out for. So there's search engine optimization, there's search engine marketing. So search engine marketing involves running ads on, so running ads across different search engines. Popular search engines include Google and Bing. So if you want to run ads on Google search, so or on Bing search, so you want to, so that's search engine marketing. So you want to run ads on this platform such that instead of search engine optimization, optimizing your website, you could just pay Google or Bing some amount of money such that they put your website at the top there, and people who search using keywords that you have already set will definitely see your website and click on it such that they land on your website and jump on whatever offer that you are putting out there. So that's search engine marketing. While SEO takes some time, SEM does not require so much time. So you can set up your ads in one day, and the next in the same day your ads are live, and people are actually searching and seeing your ad, unlike how search engine optimization works. So there's also social media marketing. So you want to run ads on social media platforms like the Facebook, now Meta, Instagram, Twitter, now X, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on Snapchat. So across different social media platforms. So you want to learn how to, they all have different platforms and they operate a bit differently, but they have unique things that they have what connects them together, right? So you actually want to learn about these platforms and how they work. So you also want to, it's also good to know that there's also content marketing. So content marketing helps you to um, put out information across the internet. So this information could be in different forms. It could be in text, it could be in images, it could be in videos, such that this content helps you to gain and drive followership on the internet and brand equity, right? So that's where content marketing comes in. So you also want to talk about optimization, conversion optimization. So is my website converting? Why is the conversion rate low? So that's where you want to plug in a conversion rate optimization. So you want to optimize your conversion rate such that you get higher results for for the effort that you actually put into your digital assets, as the case may be. So your digital asset could be your website, it could be your social media, it could be a landing page. So it could be different things for different businesses. So I guess lastly, we'll talk about analytics. So web analytics helps you to track the performance of your digital effort. So you want to see how far your ads are performing. You want to see how far your content is doing. You want to measure. So analytics helps you to basically measure the impact of your campaigns and help you to see how you can actually get better results from them. So I mean that pretty much answers the so that pretty much summarizes the most common digital marketing field. And you could actually, of course, email marketing is inclusive there. So you could actually decide to pick each of them, just one of them, and own it. So that's what I usually advise. So I usually get the question of, oh, where should I start from? Where should I start from? So I will advise that you start from, just pick one, just pick one of them, decide to own it and learn it. Then after you've known it very well, you can decide to venture into other parts of digital marketing, as the case may be. and depending on what interests you. So for me, I started out with content, then I decided to specialize in paid media or performance marketing, where I am presently. So that's pretty much my own journey. So it could be SEO for you, or it could be SEO copywriting for another person. It could be email marketing for someone else. So depending on which aspect catches your fancy. So that's those are the different fields in digital marketing, and that's the advice I would give someone who wants to start out. So look for whichever of them, go and learn about, get an overview of them, and then after getting an overview, decide on which of them do I want to start out with. So you want to plug in um, a, a very high amount of energy and time resources into learning it so that you get to know everything about it, such that when somebody meets you and asks you about what's this, you're able to say, give clear definitions and give clear examples and insights into these tools and how they work and how and what experience you have using them. So as touching what platforms you want to use, I mean, YouTube is a go-to platform for learning anything digital. So you want to go on YouTube and type SEO 101, SEO basics, SEO for beginners, or paid advertising for beginners, or email marketing or content marketing. You just want to go to our YouTube and type this and get see what information you can get from YouTube, right? So if you don't want to, of course, when you start out with YouTube, you then want to go to the paid platform. So there are several paid platforms you want to explore. You want to use either you want to go from either Udemy to Coursera to CXL to EDX. So you want to explore these platforms and see what courses they have that appeal to you. Of course, when you start out with YouTube, for a while, you've watched videos, you already have an idea of what you want. As such, you can now decide to go and get a paid course that gives you in-depth knowledge of one particular field that you want to actually pursue. So that's it there. So you actually want to use so you just want to leverage these platforms. I mean, even at a platform, at some point in time, I took a 23-hour course on LinkedIn, becoming a digital marketing specialist, something like that. I think that was some 2 years ago, thereabout. So I took that course. And the advantage of taking a course like that on LinkedIn Learning, is because you get a certificate from LinkedIn. You are able to post the certificate on LinkedIn. Then, so you are telling people that, tells people that this person is open to learning, and this person has a certificate to prove that, they actually took this course. So those are a few platforms that you want to use to get a hang on any part of digital marketing that you want to actually specialize in. So for me as an individual, I found LinkedIn very useful in my career growth. The first internship I got in 2019, I got it via LinkedIn. I was reaching out to different persons. I was telling them, I read a post by someone on LinkedIn. Then I saw where he was talking about reaching out to people. So I just went to reach out to different persons. I'm looking for an internship. And I was just reaching out to different persons, and they were telling me, if they get any information, they will let me know. Then somebody reached out and said, this person is looking for an intern. Why not apply? So he just sent me the link, and I applied. And that was how I got the internship in 2019. Then at some point in time also, I needed a career change in 2020. Then I was actually posting often on LinkedIn. Then a recruiter reached out to me via LinkedIn. I was like, "Oh, are you interested in this? There's an opening in my company. Are you interested?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm interested." And of course, I had no idea if they were hiring or not. She just reached out to me. And that was how I got to where I'm working presently. So, I mean, LinkedIn has been very, very instrumental in my career growth. And I always preach it to as many people as possible. So um, you want to maximize the LinkedIn platform to give you visibility on the internet, to let people know about you, about what problem you are solving, about where you are working, about how your career is growing and how you are doing presently in your career. So LinkedIn just works for me, has worked for me. Of course, because I'm in digital marketing space, of course, I hear people who say, "Oh, it's Twitter for them," or some people say, "Oh, it's Instagram for them." But for me, it has been LinkedIn, and that's not to say LinkedIn is the only platform, but just to say that I mean it has worked for me, and you can actually explore other platforms. So the most important thing is that you are giving yourself visibility on this whatever platform you decide to use. You are giving yourself visibility. You are letting people out there know that you exist. You're letting people know what skill sets you have and how you are able to solve problems with the skill set you have. So are you able to give visibility to their business online? Are you able to uh, drive sales for their business? Are you able to increase their conversion rate for whatever services they are putting out there? So and the likes, right? So those are what you want to. Those are skills that you actually want to pay attention to. Um, so you actually want to pay attention to that. So if you have these skills, right, you can definitely work for any business that is on the internet. If you have these skills I talk about, you can actually help them position themselves on the internet. You can actually help them to get visibility. You can actually help them to drive sales. You can help them to maximize whatever digital assets they have presently. I can tell you and assure you that you can actually work for any business that is on the internet today. So what you need to now do is to convince them to see the reason why they need you. That's just the long and short. So you can actually work for any business that is on the internet with your digital marketing or product marketing skill. So with the knowledge of just social media management alone, you can pretty much work for any business because any business on the internet will require a social media manager. So that's where you need the social media marketing skills. And if the moment you have them, you can actually leverage it to drive sales for the business or manage their online presence as the case may be. So in the nearest future, I mean the number of persons who who venture into digital marketing is increasing every year. As such, the competition is high, but you know your onions, you know about your skill, you know about what you can do, and the value you can actually bring to any business. Then I'm sure I can assure you that you always remain relevant. So remaining relevant will mean that you are up to date with industry, um, with what's happening in the industry. You are following the trends and you are networking also with the right kind of persons in the digital marketing space, such that when there are opportunities, there are events, you are aware and you are part of it, and that gives you that gives you opportunity of meeting people, gives you opportunity of uh, putting yourself out there, as well as even sometimes facilitating one or two sessions in this event and giving yourself as much visibility as you can. So that pretty much talks about how you can fast track your career growth in the space of that is digital or product marketing, wherever you find yourself in the industry. So you want to make sure you have mentors that can actually guide you on this path. So people who have 3, 4, 5 years experience above you that can actually guide you and tell you things to watch out for and things to hold on to on this path so that you can actually excel and bootstrap your fast track your career growth as the case may be. So you want to own your skills, you want to remain relevant, and you want to actually put yourself out there, keep putting information about what you can do, about what skill sets you have, keep putting it out there such that you get visibility. I mean, that's the aim of every business, to be top of mind, to put yourself out there. And that's how you also get opportunities in the digital marketing space. So my advice to anyone who wants to venture into this space would be to actually start. That's it. Just start. So you starting could mean that you start with a blog that you have. Starting could be that you create you put yourself out there. You create content for your social media pages. So you putting out content could be daily, could be weekly, could be monthly. But the most important thing is the consistency. So the content you're putting out there, how does it solve people's problem? How does it answer a question in the people's heart? And how does it help people make better decisions for their business, as the case may be? So that pretty much is what I will be saying for someone who wants to start out. So there are a lot of materials and resources out there for you that you could learn from, so you can actually maximize them on the internet. I mean, there are free courses by Google, there are free courses by Meta on the internet, there are free courses by Twitter on the internet that you can actually maximize, and that can actually give you visibility, also increase your knowledge base and help you to do better. So this is like more like an introductory class for anyone who wants to start out in digital or product marketing, as the case may be. So you can actually follow me on LinkedIn at Collins Okere. I'll be glad to answer your questions if you have any. So that's where we'll be wrapping up today's section of Start Your Career in Tech. And if you have any questions, you can actually drop in the comment section also, and I'll be glad to respond to them. Thank you so much for joining. It will be nice to have you around again tomorrow for another session where we'll be talking about starting your career in tech, in this time around in product design with Cindy Eme in faraway Sweden. Thank you. God bless you.